Top 7 Most Tragic Batman Villains. Batman has faced a myriad of tragic villains throughout his comic book history. Here are 7 of the most tragic Batman villains. 1. Two-Face Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent was once Gotham City's district attorney and a close ally of Batman. However, after half of his face was scarred by acid during a courtroom attack, he descended into madness. The tragedy lies in the duality of his character, torn between the noble Harvey Dent and the malevolent Two-Face, making decisions based on the flip of a coin. 2. Mr. Freeze Victor Fries. Victor Fries was a brilliant cryogenic scientist who turned to a life of crime to fund his research to save his terminally ill wife, Nora. An accident during an altercation with Batman left Fries dependent on a Sub-Zero suit to survive. His tragic pursuit of a cure for Nora, who remains in cryostasis, reflects a deep sense of loss and desperation. 3. The Penguin Oswald Cobblepot. Oswald Cobblepot is a disfigured, short-statured crime lord with a love for birds and umbrellas. Despite his outward arrogance and criminal activities, Cobblepot's background often depicts a lonely and bullied childhood, which contributes to the tragic elements of his character. 4. Clayface Basil Karlo. Originally an actor, Basil Karlo turned to a life of crime after a disfiguring accident. He can shape-shift due to his clay-like body, but this transformation comes at the cost of his humanity. The tragedy lies in Karlo's struggle to maintain his sense of self and identity while being a monstrous villain. 5. Hush Thomas Elliot. Childhood friend of Bruce Wayne, Thomas Elliot becomes the villain known as Hush. Despite his intelligence and surgical skills, Elliot's resentment towards the Wayne family for inheriting wealth and privilege drives him to villainy. The tragic aspect lies in the betrayal of a once close friendship. 6. Poison Ivy Pamela Iley. Originally an environmentalist, Poison Ivy's tragic transformation occurred after an experiment gone wrong left her with a deadly touch and a connection to plant life. Her disdain for humanity stems from her belief that plants are more trustworthy than people, making her a tragic figure in her own right. 7. The Riddler Edward Nygma. Edward Nygma is a genius with an obsessive compulsion for leaving riddles and puzzles at crime scenes. His tragic flaw is his need for validation and recognition, stemming from childhood neglect and abuse. The Riddler's criminal activities become a way to prove his intellectual superiority, making him a complex and tragic character. These villains showcase the depth and psychological complexity that Batman's rogues gallery often possesses, making them more than just one-dimensional adversaries.